Bel bows down, Nevo stoops low. Their idols are borne by animals, beasts of burden. The loads you yourselves were carrying are now burdening tired animals. They stoop and bow down together. They cannot save the burden, but themselves go into captivity. Listen to me, house of Yaakov, all who remain in the house of Israel. All who remain in the house of Israel, I have borne you from birth, carried you since the womb. Till your old age, I will be the same. I will carry you until your hair is white. I have made you, and I will bear you. Yes, I will carry you and save you. To whom will you liken me and equate me? With whom will you compare me? As if we were similar. They squander the gold from their bags and weigh silver on a scale. They hire a goldsmith to make gold, to make a god, before which they fall down and worship. It is borne on shoulders and carried, then set in its palace, and there it stands. From its place it does not move. If one cries to it, it cannot answer, or save anyone from his troubles. Remember this and stand firm. Keep it in mind, you rebels. Remember things that happened at the beginning long ago, that I am God and there is no other. I am God and there is none like me. At the beginning I announced the end, proclaim in advance things not yet done. And I say that my plan will hold. I will do everything I please to do. I call a bird of prey from the east, the man I intended from a distant country. I have spoken and will bring it about. I have made a plan and I will fulfill it. Listen to me, you stubborn people, so far from righteousness. I am bringing my justice near. It is not far away. My salvation will not be delayed. I will place my salvation in Zion, for Israel my glory. Come down and sit in the dust, you virgin daughter of Bavel. Sit on the ground, not on a throne, daughter of the Casdim. No longer are you to be called dainty and delicate. Take the millstone and grind meal. Take off your veil, strip off your skirt, uncover your legs, wade through the streams. Your private parts will be exposed. Yes, your shame will be seen. I am going to take vengeance, and no one will stand in my way. O Redeemer, Adonai Svaot is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit there speechless, go into darkness, you daughter of Casdim, for you will no longer be called the mistress of kingdoms. I was angry with my people, I desecrated my own possession and gave them over to you, but you showed them no mercy. You made your yoke very heavy, even upon the aged. You said, I will be a mistress forever, so you didn't consider these things or think about the consequences. Now, hear this, you lover of luxuries, lolling at ease and saying to yourself, I am important and no one else. I will never be a widow. I know the loss of children. But both will come over you in an instant. In a single day, loss of children and widowhood. They will utterly overwhelm you. Despise your many occult practices and powerful spells to prevent it. You were at ease in your wickedness. You thought, no one sees me. Your wisdom and knowledge perverted you, as you thought to yourself, I am important and no one else. Yet disaster will befall you, and you won't know how to charm it away. Calamity will come upon you, and you won't be able to turn it aside. Ruin will overcome you suddenly before you know it. So for now, keep on with your powerful spells and your many occult practices. From childhood you have been working at them. Maybe they will do some good. Maybe you will inspire terror. You are worn out with all your consultations. So let the astrologers and stargazers, the monthly horoscope makers, come forward now and save you from the things that will come upon you. Look, they will be like straw. The fire will consume them. They will not save even themselves from the power of the flame. It will not be coals for warming oneself, not a fire to be set beside. So much for your wizards, with whom you have worked all your life. Each will wander off in its own direction, and nobody will save you. Listen to this, house of Yaakov, called by the name of Israel, who have come from the spring of Yehuda, who swear by the name of Adonai and invoke the God of Israel. It is not sincerely or justifiably that they call themselves people of the holy city or rely on the God of Israel. Adonai Svaot is his name. I announced these things that happened at the beginning long ago. They issued from my mouth. I proclaimed them. Then suddenly I acted, and they occurred, because I knew that you were stubborn. Your neck is an iron sinew, your forehead bronze. I announced it to you long ago. Before it occurred, I proclaimed it to you, so that you could not say, my idol did it. My carved image, my statue, gave the order for it. You have heard and seen all this, so why won't you admit it? Now I am announcing new things to you, secret things you have not known, created now, not long ago. Before today, you did not hear them. So you can't say, I already knew about them. No, you haven't heard, and you haven't known. These things have not reached your ears before, for I knew how treacherous you were. You were called a rebel from the womb. Yet for the sake of my own reputation, I am deferring my anger. For the sake of my praise, I am patient with you, so as not to cut you off. Look, I have refined you, but not as severely as silver. Rather, I have tested you in the furnace of affliction. For my sake, I will do it. For my own sake. I will not let my reputation be tarnished. I will not yield my glory to anyone else. Listen to me, Yaakov, Israel, whom I have called. I am he is first. I am he who is first. I am also the last. My hand laid the foundation of the earth. My right hand spread out the heavens. When I summoned them, at once they rose into being. All of you assembled and listened. Which of you has foretold what is coming? Adonai's friend will do this. Adonai's friend will do his will against Bavel, using his arm against the Kasdim. It is I who have spoken. I have summoned him. I have brought him, and he will succeed. Come close to me and listen to this. Since the beginning I have not spoken in secret. Since the time things began to be, I have been there. And now Adonai Elohim has sent me and his Spirit. Thus says Adonai, your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I am Adonai, your God, who teaches you from your own good, who guides you on the path you should take. If only you would heed my mitzvot. Then your peace would flow on like a river, and your righteousness like the waves of the sea. Your descendants would be as numerous as the sands, your offspring countless as its grains. Your name would never be cut off or destroyed from my presence. Get out of Bevel, flee the Kasdim. With shouts of joy, announce it, proclaim it. Send the news out to the ends of the earth. Say, Adonai has redeemed his servant Yaakov. They weren't thirsty when they led them through the deserts. He made water flow from the rock for them. He split the rock and out gushed the water. But there is no peace, says Adonai, for the wicked.